Hi friends, today we are going to learn about NDT. So before going in detail about NDT, first we have to know introduction about the NDT. So what is the full form of NDT? NDT means it's a non-destructive testing. We know there is a term called destructive testing and the opposite to the destructive testing is non-destructive testing. In the destructive testing, we are destroying the part, means we are just destroying the part and we are testing that part. Like if you want to test tensile strength of a material, so there we are destroying the material, means that equipment or the part component, and then we are finding the results. But in NDT we are not destroying the part and we are examining the part material without degrading it. Means without degrading means we are not harming that product. So after using NDT, any with the help of any method, suppose if you see any method, if you use after that, and if you test the material, the properties of the material, whether it's a physical properties or mechanical properties or chemical properties, it will not change and it will not affect that product. So that's why this NDT is very useful. And the basic, if you see, there are different types of NDT methods are there, but generally the maximum industries use the first five basic methods. They are, first one is penetrant testing, and second one is magnetic particle testing, and the third one is eddy current testing, and fourth one is radiography testing, and fifth one is ultrasonic testing. So these are the five NDT methods. So basically every industry means every day and day, means every day they use. In all NDT methods, interpretation of result is very critical. So when you come to NDT, the first, we have to use any non-destructive testing method to find out the discontinuities. Okay, so once if you get the discontinuities, so you have to do the interpretation. So interpretation and also evaluation you have to do. Interpretation means, so once if you suppose if you are getting an indication, okay, from the product, so after getting the indication we have to interpret whether it's a crack, whether it's a slag inclusion, or whether it's a whether it's a weld related lack of fusion when it comes to the welding, lack of fusion, or porosity, or slag inclusions, or undercut. So these are the type, what exactly it is. So that type of interpretation, it's very difficult, so it required experience. And also after that, once interpretation done, you have to do the evaluation also. What exactly the evaluation means? First we found the indication, and after that interpretation is completed. Once the interpretation is completed, based on the codes and standard, we have to evaluate whether this indication, or discontinuity, or whether it's a flaw, is acceptable or rejected. So based on the codes and standards, we can do these evaluations. So there are different standards, so that I will explain later on. So when one after explaining one method, like once if I explain about the penetrant testing, after completion of the penetrant testing, we can discuss about the how to interpret the results, and also once if you get the results, how to evaluate that based on which standard, whether it's a Indian standard, whether it's a American standard, whether it's a DIN standard like a European standard, or German standard, or ISO standard, whatever the standard means clients required. So based on which standard we have to evaluate the means discontinuities. Okay, so this is about introduction of NDT. Thank you.